Dwane, do you think maybe you got away with one there defensively?
Yeah, we didn't. Again, we've lost our defensive mojo a little bit. Defending the three, especially with the stretch bigs that are stretching us out. That's been a concern for the past 2 or 3 games now. And we made some adjustments tonight that helps a little bit. But again, we've got to make sure we get our defensive mojo back because, we scored 40 points in the third quarter. We're going to find the offense at some point. May not be pretty, but we'll find it. But again, we have to maintain our defensive focus.
You were also able to play Terrence down the stretch and switch everything because he was so active defensively?
Well, no, it's because we had Bismack and we could switch everything. And it hurts a guy like JV because he's having the game of his life, 9 for 9, but defensively we're giving up threes at the other end. So, it's a trade-off. We try to get those two in and out in that situation, and, we've got to get better in that area.
The three-point defense, is it just reaction or getting out on shooters, or because you pack the paint so much?
Well, again, you got reaction, quickness, speed of reaction of getting back out there, especially with shooting bigs. A guy like Olynyk who's lighting it up, stretching the floor, is the issue, is a problem. Now everybody's all worried about that. Now you get in the rotation because you're slow getting back and you swing it. Now somebody's open. So again, we got to get better at it. It's an area where all of our big guys have to get better at getting back to the three-point shooting bigs.
They were pretty physical with DeMar defensively, but it didn't seem to matter. He was on one of those groups.
Yeah, he played through the contact, played through the physicality. We knew that coming in. We knew they were going to be a physical, aggressive team. They're a good team. Like we talked about before the game, they're an up-and-coming team, talent-wise, shooting the three ball. They shot, 50% from the field, 46 from the three. They're a very good offensive team. All their guys can shoot. But it starts a lot with Isaiah Thomas, his speed and quickness, creating your bigs to help. Now that once they're, Olynyk is popping out, now it's a chain reaction. So they cause a lot of problems. And again, that's why I thought Bismack did a good job at the end of switching out, being able to switch on to Isaiah Thomas and guard him.
What do you think it says about your team when you can win outside of your comfort zone like that?
Well, Chris, it's important that you win ugly. We could easily be on the other side of that. We know we're not doing some things well, turning some balls over. We miss, they were making their threes. We were missing our wide open threes. So that's going to happen. You got to find other ways to win. I thought our guys found a way to win.
Is there something about the personnel between, you look back to the last bunch of matchups you've had with these guys, they've been some pretty amazing games. Tonight, you're both defensive teams. You come in and light it up.
It's a tough matchup. It's a tough matchup for both teams. I think we have some things that offset what they do, and they definitely have some things that offset what we do. A lot of it is how hard you do it. If you make a mistake, how hard you get back into the play. You run off, recover. That's a term we use all the time. And in the first half, we ran off, but we didn't recover. Second half, I thought we did a better job of getting back into play once we did make a mistake. Again, we're well-matched teams on both sides, and they're a young team that's going to be reckoned with.
DeMar has always been good at getting to the foul line, but his ability to finish through contact lately, what do you think, why is that happening?
Just maturity. He's growing up. A 3 years ago, he probably would have gotten rattled and missed it, but now he's playing through the contact. He doesn't get a call. He completes the play. He continues to attack in there and get to the paint, and good things happen. And that's the maturity of his game that he's gone through.
He's kept the same sort of style. A lot of guys in his position are shooting threes. He's kept his own style. But are you happy with his shot selection this year? Do you think that is
again, we're a better team when the ball's moving. And again, his game is he has to have a dribble to get his rhythm. But again, there's a lot of times we get a switch, give it up, get it back, is the best result. Where the ball gets to the weak side, comes back. And believe me, I've been in the game long enough to understand that. But again, that's another area where he's getting better at giving it up, getting it back, then attack. Then the defense softens up a little bit.
A lot of what he's done recently has come against some of the best defenders at his position. Avery Bradley tonight, is that sort of an overlooked area of his improvement this year, that he's become sort of matchup proof?
Again, I don't know about that, but his game has matured where he's playing through the contact. God doesn't rattle him, that he's seeing a body and a half in front of him. He lets that guy go away. And again, I've said this all the time, you know, the great players, they know the guy in front of them. But the great players I've been around, they see the other two guys behind him, and you don't even pay any attention to the guy that's guarding you. And that's the level he's gotten to, that he's seeing where the help is coming from and reacting to it.
What did you make of the defense Crowder played on DeRozan late?
Again, DeMar got, 34. I thought he was physical with him. He got into him. They're a good defensive team. We shot, 55%? They shot 50. I think we're both would be considered good defensive teams, and both teams exposed each other. So, again, I would say that was more of an offensive game than a defensive game.